Alright friends, well it's Curtis Robinson hanging out with your favorite wretch, Reaper, and Reaper is currently a strength dexterity build, although he's got a lot of points put in other places because I like to do a lot of different things. So let's take a look at the status and let's talk about maybe we should completely rework this guy. Now he's tough, he's got a lot of vigor, 41 is pretty good. A little bit of mind, good endurance, strength and dexterity both 22, so he could use the Nagakiba. Intelligence is 18, so he can cast certain spells. Faith is 10, and Arcane is 10. And I'm thinking that maybe an intelligence faith based would be kind of fun for a change. Now, it doesn't mean you can't use swords and you can't use shields and you can't use heavy armor. You can still do all that. But the strength and faith-based person is it's kind of interesting. And I just picked up this particular item right here. Alrighty. The Sword of Night and Flame, which has a 23 intelligence and a 24 faith requirement. Now, if I'm going to go ahead and put 23 intelligence and 24 into faith, which is a lot. That's a big cost just to use a stinking sword. Then I want to look and see what else can I do. So think about 24 intelligence, 24 faith. Then let's go and take a look real quick at some of the spells I'm not using. With 24 and 24, I could be using, not that one. All right, I could use that one, not my favorite. All right, not that one, I need 25. That's 25. 21 I could use. 20 could use that. 18, I'm using that now, or could be using that. Here's 26. Loretta's Great Bow, which I found at the Caria Manor, which is where I'm at right now, where I also found the Sword of Night and Flame. This is a great item just for the range. Now it does a ton of damage, but also for the range. And you don't have to keep buying ammunition if you've got a lot of mind. It uses a magic bolt or a magic arrow, so kind of keep that in mind. All right, let's see what else could I possibly use here. Okay, 27 to use that. So that's 26, that's 27. Interesting. All right. Eternal Darkness, all right. That's 38, I won't be able to use that. And that one's 41, I won't be able to use that. Intelligence is 17 for Gravity Well. Okay. I could use the bubbles. 27 Faith, I could use this. A really cool, if you're a sword and board kind of person, you like using a sword, this is a pretty fun ability to have. So if I'm going to do 24 and 24 with 3 more points, I could do 27 here. And that one's 28. And that one's 26. Okay, so 27. Of course, I can always use that. Interesting. So there's some pretty neat spells. I'll tell you that if I'm going to be 27 and 27 and really predominantly still using a sword, this is worth getting an extra couple points and getting. So maybe 26, right? All right. I don't like this spell. It sucks. Could go 28 to get that. The lightning strike's not too bad. Not my favorite. There are much better lightning strikes or lightning attacks. But anyways, let's do this. Let's see if we can go ahead and do a respec. Now, if I'm primarily going to use this for a long range attack, then I do need to have a staff, and I've got one. So anyways, something to think about there. All right, let's get out of this. So I need 24 and 24 to start with. The first thing I want to check, let's go into inventory and let's see if I have a, won't be here obviously, let me get to the right. Let's see if I have a larval tear. I have one. So I can go back to Renala and I can use this. Actually, I have 5 of these. Holy crap, I thought I had one. I can use this, and if I don't like it, I can go back to her and respec and do something different. So it's not the end of the world. By the way, I got this at Nokron. There's a whole bunch of them there, so that's a good place to go. Let's do it, guys. Stick with me, and let's do this rebirth here. So we're going to shrink out of this a little bit. Get over here, and here is Renala. And we know we want 24 and 24 at a minimum. Okay, just to use the sword. And I wanted to double check what was the bow. I think it was 26. Is that right? I want 26. This is the one I want right here. 26. I need 24 and 26. Can't use it yet, but that's okay. I'm just gonna 24 faith and 26. Let me double check a couple of things. What do I need if I want to go back to? I probably won't be able to go back to this because I need a bunch of strength and dexterity also. 18 and 22. I'm probably not going to be able to afford it. So I have to put the Nagakiba aside a little bit. It might be a tough sacrifice. I can always go back and get it back later and do something different.
Now.
So 24 and 26.
Now.
24 and 26. Let's start there. All right, had 18. So let's get back up to 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And I gotta have 24 here. That gobbles up a lot of my points, man, like you wouldn't believe. Okay. I think I have to have a certain amount of strength to use Radahn's armor as well. Dang it, I forgot to check. Let's just get that up to that. Let's get me up to about 30-ish. I'll be a little bit squishy. I can always do more. Endurance I need to be able to do some stuff here. Let's do 20 there. Don't know what I need for Radahn's armor. Have to look that up real quick. Give me 1 second. Strength requirement for Radahn's armor. Let's take a quick the Radahn set. I need righty. Let's see, for the chest piece, it's 17 pounds, so I need a lot of endurance really to wear it. Kind of thinking about that. Might not be able to wear Radahn's armor. There's just going to be a lot. 17, 5, and 10 for the... They're all pretty heavy. Alright. Let's go ahead and... let's see if we can get away with 20. And see what else I can do. I do want a little bit of strength so I can carry a few items. Alright. Let's go ahead and pump Vigor up another couple of points. Let's pump Mind up. Don't need a lot of dexterity. I'm going to have a great bow opportunity. I can always go back to short bow and great bow. I think I can probably get away with that. So I should have the intelligence and the faith to use the sword and the bow. Let's see, let's pump that up another couple of points. Let's pump this up to 40. Get that up. Oh, and I'm maxed out. All right. I think I'm going to be okay. Put that last point into strength. That'll help me to do a couple of other things that I'm going to need to do. Yep, and I don't think there's, I better double check the Sword of Night and Flame, make sure there wasn't a strength requirement as well. It might have a dexterity requirement, actually. Let's look at this. And guys, you know, as I'm thinking through these things, I want you to be thinking through, okay, what am I going to do if I do a rebirth, a respec of my points? Check the weapons. Which weapons and what are their ability requirements? Check the weight of the armor. Do I have enough endurance to even wear the armor that I want to wear? And then ultimately, if I'm going like a faith and intelligence build, you know, where do I want to put points to get certain spells out there? So let's look at Sword of Night and Flame. Let's see here. By the way, a lot of stuff online you can look at. Yeah, I need 12 in strength and 12 dexterity. Crap. All right, so I got to crank this up a little bit. What am I going to take it out of? Take it out of vigor. I got to have 12, 12, and then I got to get... can probably make that 20, make that 40. All right, I got 1 point. What do I want to do with it? And let me check how it scales. That's the other thing. If you're going to pick a weapon, how does it scale? E for strength, E for dexterity, D for intelligence, and D for faith. So none of it scales really well, but you're not going to be swinging the sword a whole lot for you know, hack and slash. You can, but that's not really this. The special abilities of this sword is what's going to make it cool. You're basically going to be a spell sword kind of a character. I do want to be tough, plenty of mind, good endurance. I'm going to put one more into mind. All right, here we go. This is what we're doing. By the way, if you put some more in arcane, that's pretty good. You'll find better stuff, and you'll proc special abilities like blood loss whenever you have that going on. So a huge change for me here, going to a intelligence faith build, but let's take a look and see how it all goes. So first of all, here's the good news. I don't have 18 and 22 dex, so if I want to use this, I have to use it two-hand. All right, so kind of keep that in mind. Let's teleport out of here and let's go play with it. That is always the magic, right? So if you want to go somewhere easy, go back to gate front, beat up the soldiers that are always guarding this area, and just see kind of how things go. Now, by the way, the Sword of Night and Flame is a straight sword. It's a shorter blade, so if you look at, let's put it right here. All right, it is way shorter, right? But it's the abilities that make it cool. Let's double check my other gear. I'm going to have to put that away. I'll put this in the front slot. Why am I confused? Here we go. Found it. All right. I can still use this. I meet all of the requirements, which is pretty cool. I'm heavy load. Man, doesn't that suck. I need more endurance, or I have to get rid of the shield. I wonder if I can use a smaller shield. Yep, I can use a smaller shield like this one. And when I say smaller shield, way smaller. Right. So here's the trick. The sword does a really cool R2 move. So let's give the R2 a try. That was not what I was thinking. It's this move. Oh. I made a mistake. All right. Let's try now. Okay, that is weird. It's not the move I was thinking of. All right, I have done something really weird. Stand by. I was thinking that the Sword of Night and Flame came with a super cool ability. All right, hold the sword level, prepare to cast a sorcery, follow up with a normal attack. cast a Night Comet sorcery. Alright, so I have to have something in the left hand apparently. Let's figure that out. Alright, so let's put the Sword of Night and Flame back where it belongs. Alright, I have not used this sword before, you guys bear with me, but I think that's funny that I was like, hey, watch this, and nothing happened. Alright, so let's go back here and let's see what I'm about to do here. Memorize spell. Okay, so I got those in place. Alright. Weird. Man, I am very confused. I'm doing something weird and wrong. I was pretty sure this was going to be quite a different event. So let me think. Hold the sword level. Prepare to cast a sorcery. Follow up with a normal attack. To cast a Night Comet sorcery. Or a strong attack for burst flames. Alright, hold level. Alright, let's double check this. Hold it, level. Prepare to cast a sorcery. Follow up with... That looks cool. Alright, hold level. Prepare to cast sorcery. Interesting. Hold level. And... hold level. And cast. Hold level, cast, and... Hold level. So there are the two abilities. I'm not... I don't know. There's too many buttons to push. Okay, hold level. This is step one, the Sword Night and Flame. We're going to go 1, 2. I'm out of juice. Alright, let's drink. Hold level. This is going to be L1, L1. That wasn't right. Hold level. L1, L1. Hold level. Man. Alright, you push the L1 and the R2 at the same time. Hold level, push together. Nah, I didn't do it. Hold level, push together. Hold level. Okay. So it's... what a crazy amount of finger work this is. Okay, so guys, it's a little bit tricky, but we're going to hold level, then it's going to be R2. Hold level, R2. Of course, I'm out of juice again. Shall we drink? Hold level, R2. Alright, that makes sense. So it's R2, it's L2, R2. Alright, this guy's coming to play with me. Let's get him. Hold level, L2, R2. Whoosh. Pretty cool. Now, Flame of the Redmanes does a similar attack, but I think way easier. So, we'll level R1 with the thrust. We'll level R2. We'll level R1. And I'm out of juice. We'll level R2. R1. We'll level R1. You're just going to have to get used to it. The manipulations from that ability are cool, but way tough. And if you are under a panic, you're freaking out fighting guys. It's gonna be bad. And it's interruptible. Piss ant. And I missed him. Okay, I got him. Interesting. So I'm thinking that that's the cool part. And I'm out of juice. Man, definitely mana intensive. Got him through the shield. Pretty exciting. It's always about timing, guys. And if you can't do this manipulation while you're fighting, you're going to be sack-oled. I'm just going to cut this guy down so I don't have to fight everybody. Not a particularly sexy sword, by the way, as far as damage goes, but I haven't done any upgrading of it yet. And I'm betting it's going to be Somber Smithing Stone. So, I'm wondering if I can do this without my... I want to do it without my staff. Can I do that? I think I can do that. Let's see. Look how long that is, though. What a long range. Did you guys see how far that went? I bet I can hit more than one person, too. That's going to be kind of cool. Now that I'm figuring this thing out. Lock on. Run up. L2, R1. Bling! Alright, by the way, do you see why I come to Gate Fort, where it's easy to kill guys, to play with my new toy, and ultimately kind of, you know, figure some stuff out. Alright, I need to go back and recharge the whole thing here. Let's go back here. Alright, Sword of Nine Flame. Here it is, friends. And again, there's ways that you can buff this weapon up, and it'll do even better damage. But the whole thing is, you gotta know what you're doing here. All right, let's lock on. R2. Oh, I hit the wrong button. All right, 1, 2, and he interrupted me. Long range. All right, pretty good. Pretty good. I'm just gonna smack this guy. Alright, let's see if I can get this guy at crazy long range here. That's a long range shot right there. We'll go get everybody real quick, but let's just kind of play with it. I wonder if I can get both guys here. Let's lock on one. Let's see if I can line them up. I did not line them up well, but I did kill one guy at crazy long range. Let's see if I can get this guy a drink. Super long range here. That's crazy long range, man. Okay, so you guys can see why this is such a pretty cool weapon, right? It is tricky to use. You might have to fall back on, you know, block and slice kind of a technique, but you can do it with a sword, you can do it with a shield, you can do it with sword and shield, or you can do it with, you know, with other weapons and stuff. Let's see if we can get the boss, man. The boss is always the trick. Let's see if we can get him at long range here. Did not kill him. Knocked him down. Definitely going to want a lot of mind, a lot of FP, you know, to fight these guys. But talking about a long-range weapon, phew, what is the FP cost is always the question. I'll have to Google that because it doesn't, well, I don't think it's going to say on the weapon. Oh, yeah, 26 and 32. Yep. 26 FP, 32. I guess that's for the other strike, the R2 one. So this may or may not work. Yep, I didn't have enough FP. They missed me as I drink. That's pretty cool. So against the group, it's R2, R2. If it's against an individual, I'm sorry, L2, R2, the two bottom buttons. If it's against an individual, it's L2, R1, even from here. That is a crazy powerful deal there. And of course, even the sword itself is not too bad. A couple of swackolas here. I was not locked on anybody, and I still killed 2 guys. That was pretty cool. Interesting. We're not done yet, friends. We got to do one more test. Let's upgrade to the trolls. If I can get both trolls, that'll be pretty good. Now I'm thinking that more so than upgrading my faith and intelligence, which will make the sword do more damage when you cut, I think I'm going to have to increase the somber stones on the sword itself in order to do more damage with the special abilities. And I'm thinking that this is going to be a special ability weapon. I mean, you can do other things. You could even rotate this weapon out and use a different weapon if you like. But we are going to take a look and see here. By the way, can't do these special abilities on horseback, which does suck because that is my thing. I love doing that. Let's see if we can get both of these guys. Alright, I did a little teeny bit of damage to him, and I did some damage there. Not a crap ton of damage. It is kind of push and holding. Alright, I got one. Did not kill this one. It's not totally buffed up either. Let's go see if I can get the group here. Squash! That was pretty cool. Somehow I still missed this guy. I was kind of hoping I was going to get him. Let's do this one. Not bad. Way expensive. It is a very expensive ability. Effective, but expensive. Very interesting. So your play style is going to determine whether this is going to be your thing or not. Let's see if we can get this butthead. Worked pretty good. No more complaint for you, sir. Going down. And you're just too ugly. I'm going to have to kill you too. You know these guys are all zombies, right? Just so y'all would know. Alright. So for my Sword of Night and Flame review, I'm going to tell you guys, overall, very cool weapon. I would say universal in application because it's got such long range with the the blue attack. The fire attack is a good close range AoE, but as you see, I missed the other troll a couple of times. So I'd like it to be a bigger circle, but it is what it is. Maybe it's because I wasn't facing him. Maybe it mostly goes out. Damage is pretty good. We'll have to see how that works out. I have to, the damage will have to be scaled. Of course, I can buy the 1 and 2 somber stones because I found the bell bearings. So that's kind of easy to upgrade there, and I can probably go to EG. Overall, pretty good weapon. Let's upgrade it while we're at it and see how we do here. should have a couple of different smithing stones here. Let's just double check and see.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your own.
Alright, Sword of Night and Flame. It needs a number 1. I have 6 of those. A 2, I got 15 of those. A 3. A 4. I don't have a 5. Interesting. Interesting. Lots of cool weapons to choose from, friends, and lots of things you can do. I am interested now in seeing if I do a little bit better damage. Let's go back and see how my damage has increased. Let's get these trolls one more time. So I beefed it up a few with some somber smithing stones. We will see how we do here. So again, a spell sword is kind of a sword wielding guy that likes magic. So that's pretty cool. I would love to one shot. Oh, maybe I can get both. Let's get that guy. Let's aim at him. Let's do the L1 ability here. Alright, I got the first guy a lot. I got the second guy a little. Interesting. So it shoots through one. Pretty well. It gets weaker farther away. That's an interesting thing to know. Let's just finish this guy off real quick here. Still 3 shots is pretty good for a troll. Let's defend and we'll do a quack and a counter strike. 327 is not too bad. I missed him. So a little on the situational side. I did get interrupted on that one. Let's get him with this one. Swoosh! Got him with that. That's pretty cool. Oops. Let's sword and board this guy. Block and strike. 327, not bad. Let's get these guys. He got his hit off, but I killed him, so it didn't interrupt me, which is pretty good. These guys are simple, easy kills. Oops, I thought I blocked that. I should have killed these guys with a couple of moves here. Finished off the troll accidentally. Overall, not too bad. The damage did go up a little bit. I did not look at how much damage. Let's do it one more time. I did not notice. You guys can go back and rewind if you want. But let's, if you want to stick with me and finish this review out, remember I have sacrificed the way that I love to play just to try out this sword. I can always go back and do another rebirth and get back to something I can do better. I will tell you, this will be mana intensive as crazy, like you wouldn't even believe. It'll be crazy expensive. Alright, let's do the number 1 attack here. $900. Now that's not bad. My wizard character does about 1,000 damage with his favorite spells. Alright, I could have 2-shot him with a little bit more damage. That's decent. I don't think I can two-shot this guy with the flames. One. Ooh, 1100? Stunned me. Ooh, I aimed for his crotch. I just got him. Alright. Let's keep hitting both of these guys. 1100 damage for the fire. Again, if somebody is... The great thing about this sword, don't forget, it does two types of attacks. The one is a magic attack. So if they are allergic to fire, you use the fire attack. And it does 1100. I was thinking as an AoE, it would be not nearly as good. Very exciting. Let's see if I can get this guy from long range here. That is out of range. All right, let's notice about how far that is. It's the length of that carriage right there. That's an inch forward. I may have biased that entire test because I wasn't locked on the first time. Let's try it again. Let's just kill somebody simple from way long range. Nope, I was right. About right here is a good range. Alright, notice the range. What is that? 3 body lengths. What are we looking at? 18, 20 feet. 20, maybe 20, 25 feet. Interesting. Never forget you got to be able to fall back on your regular, swordsman-like skills. Your special abilities are cool and fun, and sometimes they are a little on the situational side, but if you can't fight, you need to work on that. When I say, if you can't fight, if you aren't good at blocking and countering, you probably shouldn't be a sword and shield using kind of guy. Not a bad thrust, by the way. Riposte. By the way, you notice I'm not getting stunned, even by the fire. Mostly I think that's my armor, believe it or not. Let's smoke this guy. Oh, I'm going to get nailed. I was drinking. Block and counter. Let's see what he does. I see your strikes and raise you to death. I'm getting the hang of this weapon, can you tell? It does have a bit of a learning curve, but pretty cool weapon overall. You just got to figure stuff out. And these zombies really are pretty good targets to play with and kind of figure stuff out. So guys, overall, if you're going to be faith and intelligence build, this is a great sword. It is an amazing sword. Now, let's not forget, I also added this attack for long range, right? So crazy long range, right? This is Loretta's great bow. Bing, 600 damage, not bad. If you don't hold it as long, it does less. But 400 isn't bad for a quick shot. Let's do a touch shot. I just touch and let go. Touch and let go. Yeah, 400. So if you hold till it's full length, you get the great bow effect, which is going to be more damage. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you got enough mana to, really rock and roll with the Loretta's great bow, it goes well with this build. If you're a spell sword, why not be a spell sword archer sword user combo, right? I'll tell you, that's pretty good. And Loretta's great bow can really reach out a good range, way further than, you might be able to get that kind of range with the pulley bow. I think is 55 yards. Maybe it's feet. It's 55. That's the range. Let's take a quick look. Right here. So the range is 29 for short bow, 50 for the long bow. I don't have enough dex to even use it anymore. And it is 50 also for the great bow. Only the pulley bow goes farther. I don't have enough strength and dexterity to use either one of these anymore. I can still use that one if I have to. Which, if you run out of mana, yeah, got short bow. Use short bow. I will tell you that I'm going to have to go up a few levels and really increase mine. See how long my health bar is? My magic bar needs to be pretty stinking long if I'm going to do this particular one. All right, friends, that's it for my review on the absolutely awesome and cool Sword of Night and Flame. This is it right there. And that looks like a super cool. Let's see if I can do a screenshot. Oh, I need another. How am I going to do this? Let's see if I can do. This will be a great screenshot right here. And print screen. I will use that to talk about this particular video. Guys, I'll catch up with you soon. Be sure to like and share on your social media channels. Leave your comments. If this has been helpful and you're now thinking to yourself, holy crap, I want the Sword of Night and Fire. It's in Carrier Manor. I showed you where it is. I showed you how to get it. Not a difficult sword to get. I showed you how to respec, or you can even build a character that can use this from the ground up. And for Sword and Shield, super good. If you want to be Spellblade, you can use it for that as well. It goes well with Loretta's great bow. And of course, I'm wearing Radahn's armor, so you got a lot of endurance to carry all that weight. Right now, I am heavy load if I carry both weapons and a shield. I can carry both weapons without the shield. So anyways, this concludes my video. You guys be sure to subscribe. Man, if you guys haven't subscribed, hammer that daggone button. Hammer it now. Do me a favor, hammer it. Then go in and make sure you hit the little bell. The bell's going to enable you to get my notifications so that when I upload new stuff, you guys can see it first. Guys, take care. Peace.